Hey, it's Mark at Good Stuff Graphics again. Today we're wrecking some shirts, and I say wrecking because we're making shirts for a demo derby that's happening in Morrison, Illinois this weekend. They're black shirts, 5 colors on each shirt. I'm not using an underbase, which most people would do, but instead of an underbase of white, which would usually kind of brighten things up, it's kind of hard to line up sometimes, and it lays on too thick. The white's a thicker ink than the rest of it, so I'm doing 5 colors with 2 coats of each color in place of doing the white. It's a little more work, but it's going to look better, it's going to feel better on the people, and all the way around it's going to really pop out. What I've done is I've already started, so I've done my 2 coats of red on this shirt, so now I'm going to start running my yellows. Now the yellow has 2 different areas. It's got an area that's real solid, and then an area that's kind of thinned out with little halftones to give it some shadowing. So what I'm going to do on the second pass is pay more attention to the solid part with the lettering, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I'm going to pay more attention to the solid part and leave this halftone alone so it doesn't get too contrasty. I want it to kind of blend, I want it to look nice, but I want the words to pop out. So that's where, doing it manually like this, yeah, it's a little more work, and it takes a little more time than, say, an automatic screen printing press, but you can't take that kind of attention to detail with an automatic press. Doing it by hand, you can adjust. Each color you can adjust the different swipes, different fill strokes, and different amounts of pressure. So I'm going to do more ink up here, less down here, so it stays kind of nice and fuzzy down there and turns into the crowd that it is. You'll see when I get done with it what I'm talking about. So I put more ink up on top, only 1 swipe on the bottom. Boom, that's exactly what I want. So I'll finish off the yellow here. Two more to go. Filling in a little more up top, clearing it all off. Remember those strokes that I was talking about before, the fill strokes and then the clearing strokes? That's what I'm trying to do, is fill up the little holes in the screens with ink, and then what I do on the end of it is I push it through and clear them out, and it lands the ink on the shirt. So we're done with the yellow. Let's go ahead with the green. The only thing that's green is a little monster logo up in the top corner. And again, that's going to take 2 coats. Everything except the white at the very end is going to take 2 coats. Sometimes you just can't half-ass it, and you got to do it right. Even if it takes a little bit longer, the end result is so much better. This green's a real thin ink, so it definitely takes 2 coats to really stand out on top of the black. So we're on to our second coats of green. The Monster is always notoriously a bright, eye-catching logo. You can't have it faded into the black shirt. You see where it's kind of lighter down here? I don't know how much you can see of that, but once I put another coat of ink on it, that's where it's nice and solid and it stands out against the rest of the shirt. Right now it's just kind of a mismatch of colors. It doesn't look like a whole lot, which is kind of the nature of screen printing as you're doing it. You get to watch it evolve every screen that you do, but usually it doesn't all come together until the very end. So it's kind of neat to just watch everything just all of a sudden show up at the very end of the shirt. Alright, and that's a little bit of the payoff. So we got a blue screen. There's some blue on the car, there's some blue fireworks. I'm doing a stroke here too that really pushes the ink into the shirt, and that way the next time I do a coat on top of it, it'll sit right up on top of that and stay nice and bright for us. I don't know, I do these videos so everybody knows what goes into making the shirts, because sometimes it does, it takes a while. Sometimes you got to adjust, you got to go back and redo things, but it's always worth it in the end. Especially when people come see their shirts, because the look on their faces usually pay off enough. Money's good too. So anyway, Still doing our blues. And basically it's just filling in any little spots that the first coat might have missed and making it more solid. There's a fine line between a nice solid print and too much. You don't want just a big plasticky feeling shirt. And again, that's why I'm opting not to use the bottom coat of white, since white's so much thicker than the rest of these inks. It's almost like you're wearing just plastic on your chest. You don't want to be doing that. So we're moving on to the white. This is where it's going to come out. Not a whole lot to see here. There it is. Here, let me get there. There it is. It's coming out, yeah, but wait till you see what happens when I throw the white down. See how much thicker the white is? You really got to lay into it. Boom. There it is. See, now the details come out. The white really makes a difference. So anyway, that's the shirts for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a holler if you need any shirts. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.